the apostles' voice was the voice in the middle of it that was the actual reference point to getting agreement in the many. So that's what it says at the apostles' feet. When it talks about the apostles' feet, it's talking about submitting to the point of where there is a voice. That's how unity comes in agreement. So it's not agreement at the table, at the lowest common denominator. It's what comes across the pulpit from an apostolic voice. See, this is where we have a lot of people that can't handle this part of it. Most of the criticism in social media and even other Christians and churches is because they'll say, oh, Brian Tamaki, he's just, the guy that's out in front there and all follow. You know what? It's biblical. Very biblical. And that's why the enemy attacks this quarter, because he's after your agreement. He wants to take it away so you can get into disagreement and cause a Joshua 7:13. The curse comes in the middle of that family, and a curse then begins to blight the rest of the families. So that means the reference point of that is that the voice speaks, and then we come into agreement with that. Like for instance, let's say if I'm preaching a message, that's authority of the word. It's sometimes a consideration, and it can move into various directions. But if I were listening, and say if I said, I make an announcement, this government is evil, I wouldn't expect any of my true followers to be saying, I don't agree with him about, what he says about the Labour government. That's disagreement. You're entitled to that. But the moment you do that, you've put yourself into a situation where you've breached the agreement. And so now many people can be jeopardized in their corporate blessing. You can't touch their personal blessing, that's still there. But the corporate blessing, to be able to move cities and systems and to bring about peace and harmony and a collective substance blessing on levels that is unprecedented and hasn't been seen yet. You've just cut it off. That's why the church doesn't have the glow, the flow, and the definite benefits of seeing these changes, because you're speaking different stuff to what's coming from the voice of a leader or an apostle. If you're going in a different direction, that in a way is a definite type of disagreement, and it's disharmony, and it's out of unity. So see how now that when we are starting to go toward the 10th of July, our Jubilee, wouldn't it be beautiful to have thousands that all believe the same, say the same, think the same? Let the world mock. Let Christians from other churches have their say about it and what they disagree with. That's exactly why they can't be in the room. Because if you disagree, you should just carry on with what you're doing. But don't try and take our agreement away. Did you notice that people are not satisfied, mind their own business? They have to try and make you disagree with your agreement? Yeah, because the devil is after your agreement.